Hi, I'm TLC from Quantum Balance Crystals, and I'm the heart of QBC. Welcome here today as we dive deep into the indigo, the third eye chakra, the IC. In this video, we're going to take you through a journey into the third eye so you get a deeper understanding of what that energy center is all about. And it's going to actually wake up your intuition the more you work on that center. And then we're going to give you exercises and tips to show you how this works. The location of the third eye is right here, is right between your brows. And some people call it the mind's eye or the eye behind the eyes. And what that means is this is where imagination takes place. Whenever you have a picture in your mind or your imagination, it's in the third eye. And also when you're dreaming, your dreams are activated in the center too. So when we're talking about dreams, you might be one of those people that don't really dream at all. And that is a good sign that you need to work on your third eye chakra, because when you get into the energy center, you're going to start having a lot of dreams and a lot of visions. And also there are people that have very lucid and vivid dreams. And that is a sign that your third eye chakra is fully activated. Because you're part of the dream, you feel like it's really real. You feel like you have full control over your dream. That would be a fully activation. The really cool thing about dreams, it is the way the brain organizes things. It organizes your past, your present, and events during the day. It stores it in long-term memory. For example, when you're walking down the street, you see a lot of things, you're receiving a lot of things, people, places, and your brain is taking it all in. And so when you're dreaming and sleeping, your brain starts to try to reorganize it and try to find out what in these events can really serve you and to make sense of that. So when you have things really bouncing around in your dreams and going back and forth like a mix match, this is your mind's way of trying to organize the chaos. And this chaos is really the birth of creativity. And this is how you can really learn about yourself through your dreams. And one process that makes it really helpful is to keep a dream journal and to keep track and pay attention to all your dreams and really see what the dreams are trying to show you and tell you. So you might see anxieties and fears that are not appearing to you on your conscious level, but they're in their unconscious still, and they're the ones that are actually running the show and stopping you from really seeing your full potential. So it's really important to work on your dream state and to look at this, because this is where you're going to have access to your subconscious mind, and you're really going to see the patterns and the beliefs and your fears and anxieties that you're not going to see on a conscious level because they're buried deep inside of you. They're seated in your subconscious mind, and by doing this work, you're going to start uprooting that, and then you're going to have more control over how to shift it and change it. And what happens is that you can be taken out to look back in. And that's how the third eye works, is it'll take you out of this chaos and you'll look back in it with that third eye, and you'll be able to see so much insights and things about yourself. And that's one of the purposes of the third eye, is that you can look at your situation with a completely different viewpoint. You're going to be able to move things around and create different ideas with it until you come with a really powerful vision, something that you can really make happen. So having your third eye nice and open can produce different situations. Like, it's not just in your dream state. It could be in your awakened state. Like, say you're in the shower and all of a sudden some idea and vision goes through your third eye, and it's like, oh my God, aha. It's like a great idea that you didn't even think of before, because your third eye is open. It comes through and you see it very vividly. When you're in the shower, it's like you're in a meditation, and that's why these insights just show up in your third eye, because you're in that quietness, stillness, you're nurturing yourself, and then just all of a sudden, it comes up through your third eye and you see a clear vision. The next part of the third eye is visioning. This is actually my favorite, is visioning. I love to vision my reality. And whatever I want, I create a vision in my third eye. So this is where you can learn to use the third eye as your tool for visioning. To tap into visioning, you have to first create a blank canvas. And that way you have this place of nothingness where you can start creating your new vision and your new ideas. So when you have this empty slate, you're going to create your vision, and this is where you have the power to create any reality you would like. And then when you send that energy and you really feel it, and really feel what it would be like to be in that vision, that's when it's really going to come to life, and you can actually physically manifest it. So visioning is a process, and I don't know, a lot of you might have heard of law of attraction. That's really about what we're talking about with visioning. We create our vision, and we send it energy. We feel what it really feels like to be in that vision, and it manifests. Once you mastered visioning, it becomes a really powerful tool, because this is where you can see yourself higher than you ever imagined yourself to be. Like, you can see yourself successful, you can see yourself with prosperity, you can see yourself however you like. You have this empty slate, and you can create yourself however you want to. And then you really put the feeling tone into that, and you can just become very successful. When you're in this visioning process, it's really important that you ask yourself some deep questions about what you really want, and really try to single out what you don't want, or some things you think you might want, but they really aren't going to serve you. So when you're doing these questions, really get objective about it and really look at them and try to figure out why you're thinking them, where they're coming from. I mean, really question them and really see if it's for your highest good. The more you question these beliefs and ideas might be the key to open yourself up to even more deeper insight and more of a deeper, wholer picture of it all. So what happened to me when I was opening up my third eye is I had a really vivid dream, and I was really in this dream, and I felt like I had this empty hole inside of me. And in my dream, I was filling it up with negative things and people that weren't serving me and working for me in my old unhealthy relationships. And I would fill that hole up so full, and it felt so awful, and I had so much pain in my dream. And then all of a sudden something shifted, and I had this insight and this aha moment in my dream to start filling that hole up with joy, love, beauty, harmony, peace. And I felt so fulfilled and happy and joyful and inspired. And then when I woke up, I realized it was a dream, and I started telling somebody that I was with about it, and all of a sudden I just started crying, and I probably stood in that energy for 2 hours just crying and sobbing, because I really got to feel and see who I am. And I am love, and I am joy. I wasn't any of those other stories that I thought they did not serve me anymore. And another third eye experience I was having is when my third eye started blowing open. I started having fears, and so much stuff started coming through my consciousness to reveal to me. It was so overwhelming. But that's okay, because I had to see it so I could process through it and get it to release out of my body. So sometimes I might have been walking into a grocery store, and all of a sudden something is triggered, and I'm going through this experience, and I'm just allowing it to happen, because I know that that's how I process and release. And then I realize, oh shoot, I'm in the store. And sometimes you might cry, and sometimes some emotion will be released from you. But that's great, because that just means you're getting more whole and more complete. So some people might have called that experience a breakdown, but for me it was a breakthrough. And then I started encouraging those situations for me, because I knew I was processing and releasing. And this experience I had when I was first meditating, and people would tell me about my third eye, and I'm like, I don't see it. I had to see it to believe it, but I didn't see it. So the more I meditated, and I would go to energy sessions with people, energy workers, and I started really putting energy into that third eye, And I started visualizing indigo because that's the color that resonates with it. And I started seeing an eye shaped. And the eye shape was like looking back at me. And then I knew, oh my God, that's what it's about. It's I see you. It's the eye looking back at you. That's what the eye behind the eye means. And from then on, I just wanted to meditate more and more because I wanted to be in touch with that third eye. And the more I did, the more it started opening, and expanding. And then I had those experiences. I would like to share with you some simple affirmations that I used on my journey. The first one is, my third eye is wide open. The second is, I see you. And the third one, my intuition is in full flow. And the fourth one, I see infinite possibilities. In conclusion of this video, I want to thank you all for sharing your time with us, and thank you for listening as we journey through the third eye. And just remember to really work on this center and visualize yourself where you want to be and where you want to go, because that's really, really going to be powerful for you.